Okay, hi guys. I'm back again. Just to give another update on everything that's going on. I made it past my hangries. Everybody in my Facebook support group had said that, after, it's about the 4th day or so, that the hangries get really bad. And then from there on, it's pretty much smooth sailing. So yeah, I've still get hangry a little bit here and there, but it's not as bad as it was. I stopped taking my aspirin last week. I have cut back my sulfasalazine, and these are for my RA. Before I was taking 3 tablets twice a day of my sulfa, and then I cut it down to where I'm basically taking 3.5 a day. So trying to bring that down. And I'm still taking the Xeljanz and the Plaquenil and all of my pain meds. So next week I have to stop all of them. I have to stop the NSAIDs, which would be like the diclofenac. I have to stop the Xeljanz, and I have to stop the sulfa. The Plaquenil I can continue to take up until like about 3 days before surgery. So I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, because when I had my EDG, I did a week of, a week before I stopped taking the Xeljanz and the sulfa, and I was miserable. I'm starting to see I'm a little bit more sore in my joints, and that's just from cutting down on the sulfa, which is fine. I just keep it in the front of my mind that the end result for all of this is going to be worth it. I've done a lot harder things in my life, namely burying my son. The hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So this is a cakewalk compared to that. I'm having trouble finding soups that I like. Split pea, and I've been blending them, to get rid of all the chunks. Split pea, I can handle that one. I did bean and bacon last night, and that one was not good. I don't know if it's because for some odd reason I was craving potato and hamburger soup. I don't recall ever having potato hamburger soup, but my mind was like, that sounds really good. So I don't know if that was why I didn't like the bean and bacon, but I didn't. So I won't be doing that one again. Chicken noodle I can do. That one I can get it down. Chicken with rice, no. That one was just bleh. It's breakfast time. I'm going to the store. What else? Since I started preparing for the surgery in early October. It was about maybe the 10th or so that I started, trying to prepare myself for the surgery. And when I did that, I started out at 279, and today when I stepped on the scale, I was 270.6. So yay! I'm going to take the little bit longer way. In a way, it's longer, but the speed limit is lower, and there's more stops. So yeah, I've dropped 9 pounds in basically a month. So Actually, a month and a half. I keep forgetting it's the middle of November. So yeah, month and a half, and basically, have dropped 9 pounds. So I'm not mad at that, because I've spent the past year, watching every little thing I ate, trying to keep things down, and scale barely budged. It would fluctuate. It would go down to 275 and then back up, and oh my God, it was just a pain in the butt. My primary was, I was going to her every month because she was the one that was supervising the diet, and she was like, well, we know you can maintain it. It's just the getting off of it, or getting it off. And now after my son died is when I gained the majority of my weight. I was beyond depressed. I was suicidal. I was actually hospitalized for suicidal attempts. So yeah, that's where I gained most of my weight. And then in 2015, I got deathly sick. Was hospitalized in ICU for 10 days. Following, I had laparoscopic shoulder surgery, and something happened. They intubated me. I had severe pneumonia and didn't even know it. So that's what landed me in ICU. After that, the weight kept coming and coming and coming, and it was like, what is going on? I quit smoking, at that time. The day that I was admitted to ICU, was my last cigarette. Now I can't stand the smell of it. It's just, bleh. My husband comes in from smoking a cigar, and I'm like, oh, I hate you, because it stinks. So that is where I primarily gained, the two factors in my life that had me gain weight was, quitting smoking, number one, and also the death of my son, and trying to overcome the depression, the guilt. Oh my God, there was guilt. So it wasn't hard to put it on, but it's been so hard to get it off, which is why, after so many years of trying to lose weight, Weight Watchers, wasn't keto, it was protein power, you name it, I did it. Phentermine actually worked, but that was before I was diagnosed with RA. After I was diagnosed and, started on all of these meds, it no longer worked, and I was like, that sucks. Tried Saxenda, which made me so sick. That was horrible, and it was a shot. Not afraid of shots, not exactly fond of them, but I'm able to give myself shots. But so that's when, we were like, you know what, here's our last option. So my primary is like, we're gonna do this now. I'm like, okay. Wish this would have came on many years ago, but it is what it is, and I'm still somewhat young-ish. I refuse to grow up. How's that? So we shall see what happens, and and hopefully what I've read, the studies that I've read about how the surgery helps with disease activity, making it less. Let's hope all of that is true, and that I don't have to continue taking this slew of medications. I did buy a pill crusher just in case. But that's about all of the updates I have for now. Like I said, I'm not hangry anymore, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to sign off now, because I'm getting ready to pull into the grocery store and buy food for my family and soup for me. So y'all behave, be good, Have a good day. Bye-bye.